Do men really like independent women? And should women be independent in the relationship? Hey tribe, welcome back. I have another great video for you, and I am excited to talk about this topic because this is a conversation that I've enjoyed having with people, with women especially. And I kind of want to know what you guys think. Like, what are your thoughts? Men and women, like, what do you think about this? But if you're new here or you do not know what we cover on this channel, I cover my relocation process to Ghana. I also discuss issues surrounding life as a whole, like my personal experiences and kind of the lessons that I've learned in life and in marriage. So I share those insights, and I know that I have not done a lot of videos covering like just life overall or marriage. I talked about how I met my husband, and more I'm gonna start talking about these things in addition to my relocation and other things that I will be covering. All my returning subs, I am here for you all. That's why I keep coming every week, because I can't leave you hanging. Today is Sunday, and I think what I'm trying to do now is to make Sunday to be more like family life talk, marriage life kind of talk, and then during the week I can focus more on other contents like relocation and stuff. So the topic that we're going to cover today, what I'm going to be talking about today, and I will be sharing some personal stories too with this, but I want you to grab your cup of tea and sit down for this one, because it's not going to be easy. I got my tea here. We're going to be talking about independence, women and independence. Are women supposed to be independent in a relationship? Do men like independent women? What do you think? What, like, just at the top of your head? And I know a lot of you ladies have experience or have had some form of experience with independence or lack of independence in relationships, and there are men that have experience in women with independence and women with no independence. So there are pros and cons to both sides. But do men really like independent women? And should women be independent in a relationship, or should they be dependent? Let's talk about this. Okay, y'all know when I talk about issues, I don't like to take sides. I like to provide points from all sides, and you be the judge. You make up your mind. You kind of decide what you think is best for you. What is the interpretation of independence now in our society? Like, if you were to look at the trend of independence, what does that look like for women? What is that pressure that is being put on women to be independent, and what is the interpretation of that pressure or that definition of independence? And I've talked to women about this, and a lot of them see independence to be having their own money. Okay, having their own money and making sure they're contributing to the family 50%, like 50-50, so that they can have a voice in the relationship. And it's interesting to hear that perspective, because if you look around, that's kind of what society portrays it to be, that when a woman has money, no one can tell her anything. Like, she owns her life, she can do whatever she wants to, and she can be happy, you know. But is that really true? I want us to sit or think about this for a second. If you had your own money, if you were contributing 50% to a relationship, and you had a voice and all of that, blah blah blah, will you be happy, and will you feel independent? Will that independence be satisfying to you? Okay, and I think it's because of this definition, this societal pressure of independence, that has led a lot of our women down the wrong path. Okay, now independence is not a bad thing. There was a part of my life where I viewed independence to be that, I viewed independence to be that, and I won't share that story. I'll share it later in the talk. But I viewed independence to be that, like have your own money and take care of yourself, make sure you got everything put together and blah, blah, blah. But I can just let you know that that part of my life, I was not happy. I was not happy at all. And there, I think I have now realized the reason why I wasn't happy, even though I had claimed to be independent. And so I've learned a lot along the way, and that's why I'm sharing this. So I'm not no marriage life therapist or have some kind of deep insight when it comes to learn something, and I grow and I become better and I see the change. I then want to share it with others. Maybe that would apply to them or not. I was really confused about this, and I didn't start asking the right questions until later in life, when I got confused, like what do men really want? Like I was this, it wasn't enough, and like what do you really want me to be? What do you when I'm lazy, you have a problem. When I'm independent, you have a problem. What is it that you really want from me? And when I started to ask that question, I started then to realize that I started then to look deeper. What I now understand independence to be is empowerment. And is empowerment good for a woman? Yes, it is absolutely good for a woman. I understand independence to be value, adding value to oneself, so that you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're able to survive outside of another person. Okay, and that's kind of my understanding now, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But do men like independent women? I will say the answer from my own opinion would be yes. Men like independent women, but that definition is quite different from a woman's perspective of independence, okay? And I had to learn this the hard way. So nowadays, because of the definition that society has given independence to women, women are now, like I said, going down the wrong path with this whole independence thing. They want to contribute 50% to a relationship. And when they contribute this 50% to a relationship, and when they're working and making their own money, there's a certain sense of power that it gives them that sometimes turns masculine. And that masculinity gets interpreted through disrespect to the man, through control or controlling behavior to the man. And this is true. This is true for a lot of people. Independence turns some women into a boss, right? But a boss in a negative way when it comes to relationship, not when it comes to your personal life. So you become controlling and you become bossy. You don't feel like you need to take instructions or listen to what the man has to say. And that's just because we're in the modern world, right? Everyone has a voice. Now, why would a woman think that she needs to be independent in order to have a voice? Okay, that's one question that I ask myself. Why should I have to be so independent in order to have a voice? That means there is something that the man is not giving me that I want to earn. You get what I'm saying? That I want to have. There is something that I'm supposed to have that is being taken away from me. And because of that, I want to make sure I have that. And the only way I think I can have that is to be independent. So that goes to the men. Like, if you don't like independent women because they're bossy, because they're controlling, because they don't let you be the man, because they always want to have the final say, ask yourself, what is it? What is this need that this woman has that is not being fulfilled? Or what is this need that this woman has that has not been fulfilled in the past that has now turned her into this? And there are needs that every human has. And there is one particularly that applies to everyone, you know, and that's significance. Everyone wants to feel significant. And I think that is what men take away from women, that make women go on the spree of, I want to be independent because I need a voice. I want my reasoning and my opinions and things about me to count. So when a man doesn't like an independent woman, that means he has taken that significance away from her. Okay? When a woman feel like she needs to be independent to have a voice, that means she doesn't have a voice otherwise. You get what I'm saying? So, back in the days, like many years ago, I and I've always had this mindset of independence. Even now, I feel like I need to be independent, but my definition of independent has changed from what it used to be. And the motive of which I want to be independent is not what I used to think before. And all that changed with the husband that I now have. Okay. It made me to see independence in a different way. So is the issue with men or is the issue with women? That question is left up to you to answer. But I dated this guy who I had a serious issue with him. Like, he was hardworking. He made more money than I did. At the time, he was working a career job. I was working in the group homes and nursing homes, single mom in school, taking care of my daughter, taking care of myself, and making everything happen. And I felt proud of myself, you know. But it was hard. It was hard. Like, I struggled to make those things happen. But I knew where I wanted to be. And so I had to go to school. So I was in school. I would work at night, get off in the morning, go to school, get off at 3, take a little nap, go to my evening job. So I had like 2 jobs and going to school and a kid. And it was hard. Meanwhile, this guy was making more money than me. We can make him look better. Technically, we're supposed to make him look better. So my independence is supposed to make my husband look better, because then the home is thriving, the money is coming from every angle, and things are taken care of, and he looks better. Because what are they gonna say? Oh, thank you for the family, you're doing very well with the family. But deep down in him, he knows the woman is holding him up. That's what independence looks like. And the man is supposed to treat you like a partner, not a subordinate. He's supposed to lead, remove the obstacles from your way so that you can go smoothly. That's what a man is supposed to do. And if he's not doing that, if he's not preparing the way, if he's not listening to you, if he's not treating you like an equal or partner, then it makes it hard for a woman to be a helper. It makes her want to overtake you, because honestly, she got more skills. She got more talents and more skills under her belt than what you have. Okay, there are many things a woman can do. Multitask and do so many things. The way she processes things and the way she handles stress and all of that is immaculate. And you need that as a man. But if you don't make her feel valued, if you don't make her feel wanted, needed, significant, she will override you. And that's where men have a problem. When a woman tries to override, they have a problem. And that's why you will hear a lot of men who say, I don't like independent women. These independent women, they're this, they're that, they're that. But when you're saying that, ask yourself, do you make her feel significant? Do you step up to the plate and take care of your responsibilities? Do you show the woman that you are the man? You know? Are you intimidated by her success? Or do you see it as a help to you? Those are the questions that you need to be answering. I am independent because of what I know I have within me, the value that I have. I know, God forbid, if anything were to happen and my husband could not provide, I can provide. That's independence. I know that if God forbid my husband was no longer around, I can take care of his family, his children. Like, he can be at peace knowing that I can fend for the family. That's independence. And that is what men like. That is the independence that men like. You're able to be an educated woman. You're able to get a job, work, earn as much as you want to, but never feel like you're superior to the man. That's the mindset that men are looking for in their wives. And that is the mindset that you need to adopt to attract the right men to you. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, what do you think about independence, women being independent, like the mindset that we have? What do you think about men not treating us like partners? Is it because of that we try to act bossy? Thank you for sticking around. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.